Oh, okay. So we're live.
Now we're live. Yes.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been great. So we haven't been live for a while. We haven't had our morning coffee.
I don't
And
even know when the last time we were live was.
I know it was probably actually during Write That Book Already.
Oh, true. True.
Yeah.
So like 6 months ago.
Yeah, because we didn't keep doing Big Word Wednesday this year.
No, we didn't. That's
No.
too bad.
I know, but we're batting around the idea of a podcast and bringing it back. We're just going to bring it back in a little bit of a different form, right? So people should stay tuned because we'll definitely pop back. So here's the thing: we haven't been on StreamYard for so long, which is our platform for going live, that I can no longer access the dashboard. So you're in charge of everything. Everything.
Woo!
Yeah,
That's what I've always wanted.
I'm going to give you my checkbook so you can balance it.
No.
No,
No.
no,
Can't
no.
go there.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
welcome
good.
everybody. Do we have anybody hopping on yet?
Yeah, somebody just said something. Oh,
Okay.
Kristen. Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen. Yeah. So we wanted to jump on live, not for a super long conversation, but Lisa, we have some really super cool things coming up. And so we thought that we would share it with people. And so here's the thing. Lisa runs a couple of businesses, Sidekick Press and Silent Sidekick. I run the Narrative Project, helping writers get their books done. But together, we run a business called Wayfaring Writers. And I mean, truthfully, this is one of the most fun things that we just do ever, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Francis is here too. Hi, Francis.
oh, Francis, hi, Francis. Yay. Francis has joined us with Wayfaring Writers. She came to Oaxaca with us last year
And is coming to Chile.
and is coming to Chile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one of the things that we do with Wayfaring Writers is we go on trips, we go on adventures, we take writers with us to places that that we love. So, and there's no place I love, hardly any place that I love better than Valparaiso, Chile. And so we're
And
going.
I've never been there.
I know.
I
I
know.
can't, I can't wait for you to see it, Lisa.
Really?
Yeah,
What
especially
what will I love?
well, what you especially because lately you've been painting. Like,
Yes, I
this has
have
been
been.
one of your major outlets. Valparaiso is one of the places in the world with the most, if not the, it's one of the top amazing street art cities.
Yeah, like even more so than Oaxaca.
Yeah, I mean, Oaxaca, of course, is a heritage site, a
UNESCO.
UNESCO site, and it has, I mean, it's got all kinds of art. Like Oaxaca's got the little painted figures and the textiles, and so it's a very diverse sort of art city. And Valparaiso is as well, but I would say that the big thing is the street art, like just amazing. I mean, and then there's like found sculptures and jewelry making, and I mean, it's a craft city too, but like the big thing is the street art.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see that.
I know. You're gonna love it.
I know. I got to figure out how to have like a mini art set to take with me on my trips this year.
Ooh, that's a really good idea. If you can find like a portable. Are you painting with watercolors or
No acrylics,
like,
but I also have these new things called Posca pens, and they're like paint pens. They're awesome. I love them.
ooh, you should come out, total segue to nothing, but you should come out and do something on my trailer out at the property.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, but anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Chile, and why did we decide that we wanted to jump on to our Write That Book Already and Narrative Project and Wayfaring Writers platforms this morning?
To talk about Chile.
Yeah, but why?
Because we want people to come with us, because
Yeah.
we're so excited and we want you to come with us.
Yeah, we have like 3 spots left.
Yeah.
And we have a price bump coming up at the beginning of July. And so we wanted to make sure that people who are pondering this get the information that they need, and that they connect with us so they can put their deposit down, because that locks in the price. So basically, the dates are, we're going December 1 to December 10,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And while we're there, we're going to be doing wine tasting. We're going to visit Neruda's, the poet Neruda, Pablo Neruda's house. We are going to take a city tour of the amazing art, much of it commissioned by famous artists, some of it by not famous, but nonetheless amazing artists. We are going to have writing lessons and amazing dinners, shopping, a trip into Santiago. I mean, the history of Chile is in many ways the history of South America. It's I'm a big lover of South America. And so and our history in North America is deeply interwoven with the history of South America, and we were not taught this in school, most of us. So I'm very excited to share the history of South America with people who come with us. So we want people to come, and we have 3 spots left, and we don't want those to go empty.
Yep.
So if you are interested, what should people do if they're interested?
Oh, I didn't get my banner ready, Cami.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, get your banner ready.
They should go to wayfaringwriters.com.
Yeah. And basically, if you go there, I think there's an application,
There
and
is an application. We just like to talk to you and make sure that you know all the ins and outs of the trip and that you're prepared to go.
yeah, it does not lock you in to the
Because
trip.
say this, Cami, because we don't necessarily travel. It's not like a trip to a 5-star hotel
Yeah,
and an all-inclusive kind of thing. That's not really how you and I travel. So
no, no. Look, Lisa and I are adventurers. Okay, if when we travel, just the two of us, we each have like a backpack, and with a couple of changes of clothes, and we stay at interesting places. And I mean, it's like we have an adventure plan for all of you. It's comfortable, definitely not like not just it's not hardcore. Okay, because we know that everybody coming with us is not necessarily hardcore. I'm mirrored, so I can't figure out which bra strap is showing. There.
I know. Wait, it's not
Right?
like Zoom. It's opposite of Zoom. So I don't know.
um, I don't want false advertisement here, so but what we have planned is a comfortable adventure. Where we're staying is this place called the Wine Box. You guys can look it up. There are pictures of it on the website. It is a really gorgeous, interesting place, but it is quintessentially Chilean, you know. So if you're interested, we want you to fill out the application, and then we'll call you and talk with you, tell you all the details, like what kind of adventure you'd be getting into. And if it seems like you're a good fit for the trip and we're a good fit for you, we want everybody to be successful. Then we'll send you the Save My Spot link, and you can put your deposit down for $500. That holds your spot. And then what some people are doing, since the trip isn't until December, some people are like on a payment plan where they're paying right now all the way through to when we take off, which I think is a great idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have Laura Mazer coming with us again this year.
Yes, so excited to have her with us. So Laura Mazer has been such a great addition to our trips, because as someone who has been an editor in traditional publishing and an agent, she really offers so much value to our writers who can really, they can like pick her brain. Like, here's my project. What direction should I go with it for publishing? If I am going to try for traditional publishing, what needs to be in my proposal? How do I pitch it? So she's been really helping people with back flap copy. And she has a meeting with every single writer where and plus she just comes with us on and is very, very generous with her conversation about the publishing industry and about everybody's individual projects.
Yeah, she's lovely to have along.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus she's fun. Just fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Francis says, if this trip is half as good as Oaxaca, it will be absolutely amazing. I love that, Francis. Thank you. I'm so glad you're coming with us. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait. This is going to be a big adventure for me, too. I've never, for as much traveling as I've done, I've never been to South America.
I know. This is your first time.
This is my first time.
The virgin trip to South America.
I know. Isn't that cool?
Yes. I'm so excited to be taking people down there. And I spent 5 months in South America in 2014. And I mean, I had been before to Chile and to Brazil. But that on that trip, I also got to go to Argentina. We went back to Brazil. And then on my last trip, I went to Bolivia and into Chile. And so, and also I've been to several Central American countries. So Latin America is just in my heart, and I'm really excited to be sharing it with
Yeah,
writers. Yeah.
that's very cool. I
Yeah.
know. I'm very excited to go too.
Are you brushing up on your Spanish?
See?
Sí, yo también.
And my Italiano.
Oh, yeah, because you're going to Italy soon
I
for your
am
birthday.
for my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not taking anybody with you on that one, right?
No, I'm actually going to go by myself, Cami, for the first couple days.
Yeah.
Because that's just how my flights worked out. So that's another thing that I've never really done. I've never
Travel by
been
yourself.
like a solo traveler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I've
going to love
always,
it.
I mean, for my whole life, I've been with somebody else. So I won't be alone the whole time, but Ray, my husband, is having an adventure in Corsica, hiking across Corsica with some buddies. And then he and I are going to meet up in Italy. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, but
No, it's going to be great. I mean, it'll be easy for you because you are often the planner of travel for the people who go with you. So it's not that's not the part that I think. I mean, that's true for me too, that I'm the planner. So that's never the part that is um like that living on the edge travel alone piece. For me, traveling alone, where I sit on the edge is with my it's like going into a restaurant, and ordering in another language and then sitting there by yourself. And people talk to you more when you travel alone than they do when you're with a partner or a family or whatever. And so you strike up conversations with strangers much more.
Hmm.
And that's the part I really love. Is like that's my favorite part of traveling alone, is that you meet way more people just
Really?
on your own. Mhm. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I meet a lot of people when I travel anyway, just
Yeah.
because my husband is so outgoing and he'll talk to everybody. So we tend to meet quite a lot of people, but that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that being alone.
Yeah, well, what I find is like when I've been traveling alone, I'll meet people and then we'll go like kind of deep fast because somebody else is traveling alone and you're trying to figure something out where normally you'd be like talking to the person you're traveling with. Now you're talking with a stranger trying to figure things out. And then they'll tell you things about their life and you'll find yourself doing the same thing, and then and sometimes I've even like ended up spending a whole day or an evening with somebody, which
Mm-hmm.
is just really different than when I'm with other people. So, and
Yeah, we did that as we traveled. Also, we met up with a couple people that were on the same journey, so we knew we all had to get from one country to another, and it was difficult, and we had all been researching it, and so we kind of pulled resources, and then we ended up traveling like for a whole day together to get to a new country. So that was kind of fun.
it is fun, and that it's for some reason I think that rarely happens when I travel domestically, but traveling internationally, it's happened to me so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, domestically, you're in your own car. It's not that hard to figure out how to get from A to B.
True. Put it in your GPS, right?
Everything's in English.
Yeah. Although my last trip to New York um, was a little funky. Like I couldn't quite figure out the subway ride to where I wanted to go, and so I stared at the map for a while, and I Googled with using Rome to Rio, which is an app that I use to get around the world, and it just was not quickly evident to me, and so I just like gave up and walked the 8 miles.
8 miles. They have taxis in New York.
Well, I know, and on the way back, I was like, it was late, and I did not want to walk all the way back. And this woman was giving me explanation in New York about how to get back on the subway, but her explanations were so convoluted, and she got frustrated with me, and so kept explaining it over and over the same way, but faster. And so finally I just touched her arm and I'm like, I get it. Thank you so much. I so appreciate your explaining it to me. I finally understand what you're saying. And then I left and hailed a taxi.
Sean just joined us. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean. Yeah,
You coming to Chile?
Coming to Chile with us, Sean. We want you to. We want you to see Neruda's house with us. We know it's a funky time for you, though, with the end of the quarter. So
yeah,
hopefully you can come.
There is Wi-Fi in the hotel.
Yes, there's Wi-Fi. That's a question we've had.
Yep. Also, just for those of you considering, I have, whenever we go on big trips and we travel, I always put out flight alerts so that I can be notified when there's big price drop and whatnot. So I just got notified that there's been a price drop to Chile. So Cami and I probably today are going to look at flights too. Yeah. So once we get flights all booked and ready to go, I'll let everyone who's going know, as well as everyone else, so that just that info's out there and what we're doing as well.
Yeah, I think one of the nice things about coming with us is that because we're such experienced travelers, we know some of the flight patterns, which airports are easier to navigate, which ones are harder to navigate. So we can guide you through that process. So as you have questions, go look at wayfaringwriters.com. It's got our whole itinerary on there, which is subject to change. I do want you all to know that we are working on we're 6 months out or something like that right now. So we're still working on making sure that all of our guides are in place and that we have the right rhythm to the trip. So there is that itinerary is subject to change, but everything on there will happen. And our price points, our itinerary. I don't think we have FAQs on there, but you absolutely can email us at info@wayfaringwriters.com.
Yes. And that goes to both of us.
That goes to both of us. So,
yes.
Right. Yep. And any question, there's no question is a stupid question, because we have had people travel with us who haven't traveled for decades. And I mean, that's
forever out of the country.
Forever out of the country. Right. This is their first time out of the country. And this is what we love. I mean, we love to take people who are a little afraid of international travel to come with us and to show you that not only is it a great adventure where there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, you do have to be careful. I mean, if there's places where there's high theft or I mean, we'll give you all that information and how to stay safe, and we'll be in a group. So it's a safer way to travel, but also we want to show you how traveling can revolutionize your writing life. I mean, it really, I think traveling has not.
Uh-oh, I just lost Cami. So let's see if she comes back on. What she was going to say was she is talking about how traveling revolutionizes your writing because it makes you step out of your comfort zone and out of the box that you see the world in. It opens your eyes to new experiences and new ideas. So let me know if you have any questions too while she jumps back on, and we'll see if she gets back on here pretty quickly. I don't know what happened to her. She must have touched her screen or had the dog jump on her lap. There she is.
The StreamYard's way or the internet or the universe of telling me that I talk too much.
Oh.
I wasn't sure.
Awesome.
Was it just me? I disappeared.
Yeah, you just disappeared mid-sentence. I kind of carried on for you for a second. I'm like, okay, well, here's what Cami was gonna say.
So I don't know if I told you this, Lisa, but I'm taking an improv class this summer.
You've told me.
It starts in July. And I know one of the improv games is somebody starts a monologue and then another actor taps you on the shoulder. And even if it's mid-sentence, you stop talking and the other person takes over for you. So that's what we did.
Good. Well, I channeled my inner Cami, so.
Good. You finished what I was saying about how it
Well,
revolutionized.
yeah, I just said it makes you open your eyes to new experiences and helps you step out of your box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say is that it's also a challenge to your worldview.
Mhm.
So, like, I've always had an idea of my own country, from inside my own country. And since I started traveling when I was 18, the first trip I took was to France, all by myself. And then I got there, and there were all these opinions of Americans, not unkind or ungenerous, but just opinions. And I had
Mhm.
never seen myself or my fellow countrymen that way. And so, like, blows open your potential for your writing because your perspective, your worldview, just not just your observational skills, but like your whole worldview can be challenged. So
Cool.
I
Yeah.
know it is cool.
Yeah. Everything changes when you travel.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have any questions out there, Lise?
No. Where
Okay.
is Cami and what did you do to her?
Who said that?
Sean. Kristen wants to know how you walked 8 miles in New York City.
Yeah. I stopped at the stoplight.
Actually, I have a story about that, Kristen. I have a friend from high school who his dream was always to move to New York City, and he finally did it. He moved to Manhattan. He's now living in Manhattan. And so there was this thing, good noun, some event in New York City that was put on by somebody where you walk around the entire island of Manhattan.
Cool.
And he did it in one day, 37 miles. And so he said it was a fabulous experience. Obviously, he hurt afterwards, but he did that and saw so much of it and all these little parks and all these little cute places that he had never even known about before. And I just thought, holy cow, 37, like it was 37 miles in one day. Like he was out there from like 8 a.m. to like 11 p.m.
That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I know the New York Marathon runs through the boroughs. I've never done it, but I think you get in by lottery, and I haven't ever applied to get in, but I think that would be a fun one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that for you.
In New York, you can say that. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that there are a few of you out there who are watching this live or who catch it later who decide to join us. We really planned this trip for 2020, and it didn't happen. And so this is the dream trip that we started Wayfaring Writers with, and we're very excited to go and very excited to take a few of you. It's not a trip with as many spots available as the Oaxaca trip was or is or will be. So we really want the right, 7 or 8 people to come with us. And these 3 spots that are left, we want to fill those, so we can start to help you get to know each other, and we can start all the pre-planning, reading, and all the things that we have in store for you. So please consider filling out the application so we can reach out to you and give you additional details and see if it feels like a really good fit for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wayfaringwriters.com.
Wayfaringwriters.com.
Yeah.
See you there.
All right. See ya, Cami.
Bye, Lise.